You're now tuned in to the Couch Stealers Anime Podcast.
Yeah, what is?
Oh shit! Listen, I was already ready to jump in this motherfucker.
I can see. Goodness gracious, goodness. What's going on, y'all? It's the Couch Stealers. It's the one and only Meister Mikey J.
And it's your boy you.
Yo, AU, man. I don't know about you, but hopefully I'm not coming down with something, but I'm still coming off. At least I'm still coming off the high this weekend. This weekend was fire. Shout out everybody over there at Shonen Pump.
Listen, had a wonderful time. I didn't go into work today. Wasn't feeling the best.
Oh, okay. Well, at least you got
I'm good. I'm good. It was a migraine.
Oh, good Lord. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, bet. All right, so then you got a migraine, I got a sniffles. It's okay, because you know what we did on Friday? On Friday, we was down in Brooklyn at the Love Bar. Shout out Shonen Pump again for the Caribbean anime night. It was fire, bro.
Listen, I had a fucking blast.
I had a blast. I had a blast too, but I was tight that ain't nobody win no hats, bro. Well,
Listen,
one person.
We got
one person.
We got one win. We got one win. So we did a little trivia. Basically, some interviews and whatnot. We definitely going to be working on mainly Mikey because he's the one who's really good at that shit. Compiling that over and whatnot, and then we did some trivia, some interviews, and if you got enough questions right or the questions right, you win a Majin Buu hat, and it's pretty lit. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's more like think like Majin Vegeta's design on his forehead, but like on a hat.
Nice. Like it was like the little Black John too, because it was dope. It was dope. But shout out to the one winner we had. Shout out to everybody that we talked to and chatted with. Yo, shout out to what's it called? Nicholas Draper Ivy, bro. Got a chance to chat with him there. It was dope. Great artist out there. And yeah, just really, shout out to Assad and Ed who we met on the train. Yo, coming out of Jersey. Yo, Assad and Ed, they was mad chill.
Y'all different, by the way. Y'all different. Y'all really came from Jersey, stayed for like an hour, and then was like, all right, we gotta go home now.
They still longer than that. I mean, it wasn't too.
It's just what it felt like, because when you're having a good time.
True. But yo, what's it called? I know Assad said he going out to Dream Con, so it's gonna be lit. So we're gonna be looking forward to that. But so again, shout out to everybody over there at Shonen Pump. Shout out to everybody that was there, that met us, Couch Stealer Year. Like it was a fun time. It was a mad fun time. And bro, at one point, I ain't gonna hold y'all. One of my favorite moments of the night, and is AU first time hearing it. But AU was at a bar. I was in line for the bathroom. Bro, they started hitting that anime playlist. They put that Bleach on. Me and AU looked at each other from across the bar. Was like, me not.
Yeah, that shit hit immediately. I was looking. Like, ain't no way he's not here right now. I need him to see me. Listen, oh my God. Listen, that shit was so lit when they threw that shit on. Oh, man.
That's one of them nights that you dream about as a little kid, low key. Be like, yo, I wish everybody, when I get in the door, I wish everybody gonna fuck with anime, everybody gonna like anime, and we can go out and like party up and everything. And that's exactly what happened. It was lit. It was lit.
Listen, man, like I said this before on the pod, I felt like, anime when we were growing up, granted, like, there were obviously a few people who were watching it, but like really, if you were watching anime before, you were a nerd or whatever. You kind of felt left out maybe a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? And now, like, we got the community now, boy. The community is strong.
It's so strong. It's stronger than strong. It's that got that neck to it. It's got that, what kind of strength it got? I got that Gabumaru, the hollow coming straight out of Hell's Paradise. Y'all can't kill me strong. That's what it is, bro.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we going into this already? I was saying, damn, I'm over here thinking like we might have a conversation or two or something like that, but shit, let's jump into a Hell's Paradise.
It was fire.
What a fire first ep.
It was
what
fire.
A fire first episode.
I couldn't wait.
Ooh, that episode was kind of fire. I ain't gonna lie, that opening crazy.
That opening go hard, bro. That opening go hard.
Listen, you and I both looked at each other and we're just like, wait, hold on.
Immediately, we stopped in our tracks. Was like, hold up, what y'all doing over in this neck of the woods?
So what's up?
Yo, what's up?
Doing over there?
Yo, what's up?
It was fire episode. And I'm not gonna lie to you, like I wasn't really checking for Hell's Paradise. Like I wasn't looking for it. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I was, and I was on the train or anything that I knew. Like I didn't. Honestly, I had no like I wasn't on it. Seriously, but like I can definitely say after that first episode, I will be checking for it 100%. Like,
so you know what the worst part about this whole thing is that so the last couple of weeks when we've been doing like little slight previews coming into the spring season, I was reading it or trying to read it or attempting to read it through the Japanese name. So Hell's Paradise was not something that I knew it was. I was calling it what's it called? Jigokuraku. Jigokuraku, I think that's how you say it. But like either way, each time I was like reading the description, I was like, yo, AU, this right up your alley, bro. Like every single time, I was like, bro, this straight up your alley.
Yeah, no, I'm fucking with it heavily. Like that shit was fire. I get my gore first and foremost. I'm getting that. I love gore personally. Like it's not a make or break for me, but if there's good gore, not unnecessary gore, not let me just chop a nigga up just because we want to see some niggas get chopped the fuck up. Like it just didn't feel unnecessary from what we got so far.
Mm-hmm.
Love me some good gore. Love the main character so far.
They got a group.
We'll see how I like the main character. I like him as of right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I felt like they might have put too much out there. For me, I would have liked to have gotten a build up with that, or just like a story. Mm-hmm. Like as the story progressed, I would have preferred to see how why he is the way he is. Mm-hmm. Not so early. Because I was really digging the mystique and everything about what was going on with his character and everything that was happening with the show, and just him just seeming to be just this fucking animal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the only thing I'll say about that,
him get softer later as time progresses.
Oh, I was gonna say because I was like, if he got too soft, then we end up in Torfin territory.
No, because his whole entire personality changed immediately, and she said it in the episode. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I would prefer to watch us kind of layer that, get the layers, make him an onion.
Make him an onion.
Make him an onion. They made him an orange.
Listen, they were talking about bringing Shrek 5 back, so I guess we are talking about
that. That was crazy.
They are talking about peeling back the onions like parfaits. Everybody love parfaits, but truly, I my favorite part of the episode for the first episode of Hell's Paradise. Y'all ain't checked it out. Go ahead and check it out. And also, the opening is called "Work" by Millennium Parade. So yeah, fire opening. But my favorite part honestly was when he got to the point of realizing he didn't want to go no more, and he was just like, yo, straight up, I'm gonna make this nectical strong, I'm gonna make my body strong, I'm gonna just do everything I gotta do. And then when he got to the point where he was in the doldrums of the dungeon, and old girl pulled out the sword and was like, all right, I'm about to grant your wish. I'm about to make sure you'll make it out of here. And it dawned on him that this was the first time in his life that he was really about to die. He was looking around like, yo, stop playing. It was a joke. It was a prank. I don't want no static. I like my life.
Who was that? We just saw something like that recently where it's like, well, maybe I do want to live. Shit, it was Torfin. It was Torfin. My boy Snake came through and just almost lopped his head off for real.
Okay. Hell's Paradise is early, so we're gonna have mad time to talk about that. But you brought up Thorfinn again. We gotta do Vinland Saga, bro. I'm sorry. We gotta do Vinland Saga. I know we got stuff we gotta get, but we gotta do Vinland Saga because I want to know why they put Django in my Vinland Saga. Why
my boy Django?
He's Django.
He's literally Django. He's Nordic Django. Or whatever the fuck he is, but he's Django, nigga.
Yo, the sea is silent here, Billy. That's exactly all I thought. Hey, go ahead and say bye to Miss Mabel. What? Go ahead and say bye to Miss Mabel. Bye, Miss Mabel. Bow.
Blew his motherfucking head off. I mean, on another tip, that's old girl husband.
Yeah, which I kind of figured. It was either going to be her husband or her brother. I kind of figued. That man's name is Garbar or something like that.
Yeah, he got a wild name. I don't really remember what it was, but he got a wild name. That nigga Nordic. I don't know. He's something.
I was about to say he either Nordic or something from just something around them parts.
Somebody around them ways.
Somebody just looked around the room and said, "Let me go name this little one Garbar."
Oh no, but that shit sound crazy, boy.
Nah.
Yeah, no. So I don't know. I kind of feel bad for my boy.
You feel bad for Iron?
Yeah. My boy was in it. He was in it.
Yeah, but
He
he
was
was.
looking for them cheeks.
Yeah, but I mean, I look at it like this. I'm like, we always out here trying to avenge some, trying to avenge some, or you trying to get your female back or avenge your female or like do something to that standpoint. And it is one thing, but like for Einer, he's still a slave, bro. Like he about to come off of being a
No,
slave.
he was about to be good. They about to get freed.
I don't know. I ain't saying nothing to the master get back because I said Canute coming with an army. He ain't coming with an army or some armed forces. He coming with an army.
Yeah,
so
I look at it like this: like if that farm get destroyed and all that other stuff, nigga, you gonna continue to be a slave. He gonna have to fight for that.
Yeah, but at the same time, he ain't gonna be fighting for her because she going with Garminar.
You about to get killed.
Yo, he about to absolute. Wait, who,
Garminar? That's what. Yeah,
I don't know if Garminar about to get killed. Garminar look like he got some.
No, I think he do, but he been a slave for a long time. Snake about to go over there and body this man.
I like Snake. I hope he don't kill Snake. I like Snake. Too. I like Snake.
If he kills Snake, that would be weird. Personally, man, I don't know how long this dude been a slave, but bro, you still a slave. Like you ain't had enough time to be like on your P's and Q's.
Yeah, they compared Snake to Askeladd. Like in that scene that you was talking about with Thorfinn, and he was just like, "Oh, it looks like you do want to live." He got visions of Askeladd looking at Snake. Nah, Snake is dope. I like Snake a lot. He's and one thing that I noticed too is that Snake is not only is he like very skilled with the sword, but he's highly intelligent. Like
Snake is he understood immediately.
Yo, he was like, first of all, we gonna need y'all to from now on, all three of y'all need to go at once. And two, he could like straight up read, bro. Not everybody out here reading.
Yeah, my man reading. Like he's like, who taught you how to read?
Script. What you mean script? You ain't even supposed to read.
Oh my god. Yeah, nah. He's a very observant, very intelligent person. Like honestly, nah, there's no way Snake loses to this dude. I think her husband dies though, low key.
So what do you think? That just like ends her? No, you see, I think
it just causes a rift between like her and then being on the farm and causing like a little bit more depth, a little bit more despair, for the whole entire sleeve thing, and then it also causes some despair for Einer as well because like now he's like, oh, that's her husband, but now her husband's dead. She's sad. It causes some chaos. I don't see him coming into play as of right now for any other reason other than cause some fucking chaos.
Well, I'll say this about old girls that she the one out of. Now I know it's you a slave, so like there's no tears of this, but she definitely looked like her slavitude sucks. Like
I said, slavitude. Jesus Christ, boy.
No, but for real, like she's getting slapped up by the mistress, by the wife. She is the mistress to the master. He literally said, "I'm never letting you go because I need you," and she like, "Bro, I don't want to be here no more."
You think he's slaying the cheeks?
Who, Einer or the master?
The master. You think he's slaying?
Master, yeah, no, they already showed us. He's slaying cheeks. Yeah, already showed. They showed us a couple episodes ago because.
Wait, hold on, I gotta go back.
Oh yeah, Master slaying cheeks, bro. Master slaying cheeks. It was like maybe like 4 episodes ago, maybe 4 or 5, and literally like it cut to it was the same episode I think where she was talking to Einer outside in the morning, and then when she went back inside, the wife slapped her and was like, "Yo, what you doing? You got stuff to do. What you outside talking and over here communicating with people? Get your ass inside." I think it was that episode, and then like later in that episode, it was the one where I think that's the same one where the son came back, and the son came back and he was like, and they had to beat up the little kid and everything, and then the master had to beat up the little kid for stealing, and he was so sad about it that he like confided in her, and it cuts to literally the two of them in bed, and he's like butt ass naked holding on to her crying, talk about I'm not a strong man, but you make me a strong man. Oh no, he in it, bro. He love her. She ain't going nowhere.
Good, and you ain't going nowhere. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that. Honestly, maybe I low key like. Because, on the pod, I talked about a few times where I was just kind of not feeling Villain Saga for a hot second. So maybe I was just like kind of tuning out in a bad way. So I'm going to have to go back and let me know what episode that was. I got to see that.
Yeah, I got you. I'm pretty sure it's the episode where Torgal comes. When Torgal comes for the first time, and they was like before they went to leave for Canute, and Torgal first showed up, and them little kids were there because the master was so broken up about having to beat the dog out of that little boy. He had to beat that little boy something crazy. So So I think that's where that was. But yeah, no, it's going to be, and this is why I said it's Django, because that is the only way that she's getting out. And is like, he came in burning down the old house, stabbing my man. And first of all, I was laughing. I kind of wanted to see him like get stabbed in the face. The previous master that he escaped from, where he was like, "I'll be your man, I'll be your slave."
Yeah, honestly, that was hilarious.
Yeah, when he kissed his
enjoyed that
feet
tremendously.
Yeah, he was like, "Please, please, I'm so sorry for being wrong."
And he said, "Well, I guess if I'm your if I'm your master, then I get to choose whether you live or die." That was a hard bar, bro.
Because that's a fact.
It is.
And that's how my life had been messing with.
I was about to say, in that moment, bro, you now understand what it means to be a slave. Like, which was crazy. Like, in that moment, my man finally understood what it meant to be a slave.
All the time. He understood it in that moment and said, "Dang, y'all really live like this." Dang. See, but again, he got stabbed in the back. I didn't want to see him get stabbed in the back. I wanted to see the angle. He got off screen.
I wanted him to stab him in his face.
That's what I said. Like, but I wanted to see it from like the ground level, like see it from like down under, and then seeing him get stabbed in the face and just like, oh my god! Like, even though if they like Android 16,
I know what you mean. I definitely wanted that.
Yeah, I feel like we deserve that. Like, you know, you bringing this like raw character in here. Although I will say, I'm glad he killed them other dudes that showed up, because them dudes was annoying as hell. How y'all get killed because y'all over here arguing about what horse y'all about to get?
That was crazy. That was crazy. I mean, they earned that one. I ain't even gonna hold you. They earned all of that. What, like, whoever died over there? Yeah, you earned to die.
The fat one died. I wanted the fat one and the short one to die. I wanted them both to go.
I mean, I was really on the tip of what's that one nigga name with the squinty eyes? I was on him to die too. I ain't gonna lie to you, because he's fucking.
Oh, the skinny one. The skinny one.
Stuck on my boy Torfin.
Yeah.
You thought she was tough. Torfin would have slayed you, boy. You don't even know.
Torfin would have slayed everyone in that camp except for Snake. He would have slayed everyone in that camp except for Snake. That's the one thing I'll say.
I gotta see. I do want to see Snake and Torfin fight. I think Snake wins off of the strength that Torfin is like hella like OD like
docile now.
But like it's been a minute, bro. Nigga been a slave and shit.
The time skip they gave us was what, like 3 years? So we looking at like 3-4 years since he became a slave. Well, no, because he was already there before Einar. We looking at 3 years since Einar became a slave. We probably looking at like 5 years since Torfin became a slave. So we're gonna have to see. But yo, AU, I gotta say straight off the bat though, because I know, like I said, we want to jump into one main thing here, but before we do, I will say that I finally finished the second season of Tokyo Revengers. It was good, not great.
Oh yeah, because you said you were gonna get on that. I was waiting for you to do that.
It was good. It wasn't great, and this is the reason why I said it wasn't great, because two things. One, I feel like the series is gonna end within the next season or two. It just has to. Because I feel like there's only so many times.
Doing too much.
Bro, not even just doing too much. There's only so many times he can go in the past, fix something that he thinks is gonna fix it, go in the past, end up screwing everything up worse, and have to go back to the past. You know what I mean? Like he goes, he's in the future, and he's like, dang, girlfriend dead. All right, cool. Let me go fix that. Goes back to the past, fixes some stuff, comes back to the future, finds out girlfriend and best friend dead. Said, dang, all right, let me try this again. Goes back to the past, come back to the future, found out girlfriend, best friend, and whole crew are now dead. He's like, bro, what is going on? He goes back to the past. Like you can only do that so many times. You know what I mean?
So you feel like the story's played out.
It is getting to that point. Like I'm gonna need them to wrap it up soon. I'll be honest. I'm gonna need them to wrap it up soon, because there's only a handful of mysteries still left to like how we ended up here. There's only a handful of like characters that they can, you know, bring into the fold that I'm gonna like be able to resonate with. I still will say the villain Kisaki Tetsu, that's a villain. He a villain. Like he a mastermind villain. Like
okay.
he every time
like,
he
I do plan on watching Tokyo Revengers, so it's not like something that, you know, I'm gonna just never watch. Like I'm on board to watch that. Like I did catch a few of the first episodes, and I did enjoy it for what it was worth.
He what's it called? Kisaki Tetsu. He's a villain, bro. Like he is a very.
Did I meet him? Like I'm like 4 episodes in Tokyo Revengers.
You've probably seen him. You don't know who he was though, because they gave you like a quick little nugget in one of those first couple episodes where like Takamichi's like walking home and he walks
Is this
past
the short dude
with the glasses.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
No, I was talking about the head dude.
Oh, not Mikey. Mikey is Mikey's dope. I like Mikey. I like
So
they gave me a little Mikey's like the head of Toma. He's the head of the gang. Mikey got some pretty good. Mikey's got a really solid like story. Like Mikey's story is better than I think almost anybody else's story in that entire series.
Oh shit, interesting.
Like his story is legit. Mikey's story is good. And the path that they follow with Mikey is legit because like you got to think about it from this standpoint. Heavy holds the crown or heavy wears the crown on the head or something like shit like that. Whatever that saying is, because like
heavy is the crown. Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
And that's Mikey, bro. Like he's the head of a major gang in the middle of Tokyo, and he like 15. Like heavy. I mean, granted, they all like 15, but it's still like heavy wears the heavy is the crown. Like for real. But yo, AU, I wanted to see something.
Wait, actually, hold on. Since we were on Tokyo Revengers, I wasn't even thinking about this.
What's up?
I forgot. They were like, I forgot who posted this. They were like, who will win in a straight up hands fight? He was up there, Mikey, Yusuke. I think Ichigo was in there.
Mm-hmm.
And Ichigo, I think someone else.
Wait, Ichigo obviously with no hollow powers, I'm assuming.
No, of course. Just Ichigo.
Okay, just regular Ichigo. I'll say out of those three, just straight hands, I will have to still say Yusuke. Because I think
that's what I said too.
Yusuke got hands for everybody.
A lot of people were saying Mikey though.
Bro, I was gonna say I think Mikey's second. I think Mikey's second, bro. Mikey be absolutely Mikey be different, bro. I think Mikey might be second. I'm telling you, I done seen Mikey do some real crazy stuff in that show. I really do. I think Mikey's 2. I think I put Yusuke 1, Mikey 2, and then I put I don't know who the fourth person was, but if we talking Yusuke, Mikey, and Ichigo, no hollow powers, just straight up hands.
I'm taking Mikey. A lot of people forget what Ichigo was actually trained as a fighter before, like.
Oh, he was even like. That.
That's what I was saying. My man knows, like he's nasty with the hands. I think people really forget that shit. But like, I gotta watch Tokyo Revengers so I can like be less like not biased about it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I saw a lot of Ichigo hate, and I was confused. I was like, bro, Ichigo is a fucking animal.
Ichigo got one of the coldest moments in Shonen where he literally pulled up to the dudes that was jumping Chad and like called the ambulance for them and said, "Yo,
bro, he was beating the shit out of people like." Like, before he had powers, he was beating up niggas. Like, he was fucking niggas up on Yusuke like shit.
I was gonna say I truly do think that if we just talking straight hands, Yusuke wins that straight hands because I think UConn. Oh, UConn. Yo, my mind. Shout out UConn. Shout out national champion UConn. That's where my head is at. Shout out national champion UConn. But Yusuke, I feel like Yusuke. He was a boxer, bro. If he didn't become a spirit detective, he would have became a heavyweight champion or something because he just had hands for everybody. But I would go Yusuke, Mikey, and then Ichigo no hollow powers. That is how I would rank those three because I have seen Mikey. Now, granted, human on human, but we talking just straight hands or feet. But just like Mikey, Mikey. Answer is Mikey.
I gotta watch. And the only reason I say I still have to watch before I'm sold is because like I feel like it's like a perspective where it's like all you see is like Mikey fighting in that way. You get what I'm saying? A lot of times Ichigo was fighting with a sword.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, I get. Same thing
with Yusuke. You see this nigga fighting with us hands.
Yeah. And I think that is why I lean Mikey because even though I know Ichigo got hands, I've seen Mikey take care of business with his hands. You know what I mean? Like Ichigo fighting and beating up low level Dumbledores. Mikey out here doing stuff with like some real people. He be out here some real ones.
Ichigo put hands on lieutenants before he was even like anything. What you mean that Rukia arc?
Yeah, I know, but at the
He
same
put hands
time,
on lieutenants, no sword. He put the sword down in
I
the ground
know.
and said, "Let me beat these lieutenants up who've been alive for hundreds of thousands of years."
I'm
Well,
aware.
not hundreds of thousands, but like
I'm
I said,
aware.
I'll be less biased when I watch.
I think I think you'll still go Yusuke. I think you'll still go Yusuke, and then I
I
think
still
you'll
got
go
Yusuke
Ichigo.
first. Yeah.
You know, but I think you'll go Ichigo over Mikey because I think there is going to be a level of like who he fights. Because to your point, he does fight like real like powerful people, and like Mikey's fighting like punks. But like it is the domination for me with Mikey. It's that. It's the way that it just ends up being just a steamroll. So that's how I put it. But we gonna see. We gonna see when you dabble when you
Yeah,
stick with that
I
dabble.
had to
You got
just check
dabble.
that because that just popped up in my head because we were not expecting to obviously be talking about like Tokyo Revengers, but then it popped up. So I was like, all right, bet.
That's a little dabble. That's a little dabble. But yo, AU man, just reset us a little bit here. Already know Couch Steelers we here, but you had a main topic you wanted to talk about this week. Specifically that you had hit me up on, specifically around. Well, I'll let you tell it.
Yeah, no. So I was on Twitter and I saw like I don't know if it's clickbait, whatever, anything like that, but like a part of me feels like it is real. Um, we've made jokes a few times about like just the amount of time and the amount of effort and the amount of everything it takes to create the things that we love, whether it's anime, manga, you know what I mean? Like, anyways, what brought me to this point was I've read somewhere on Twitter this dude Oda sleeps like maybe four hours a night. Maybe like 4 hours a night, bro.
Oda, the dude who created One Piece.
One Piece. Like
Yep.
4 hours a night.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's insane.
it just made me think for a second because like we always hear about like these writers having health problems. Bro, they don't be sleeping. They probably don't be eating, no nothing. Like we were making jokes about Mappa and like how like they're over there running the slave shit.
It really do.
I want to know how much they get paid as like writers.
I don't think you want to know
Creators
that.
of these amazing shows that we truly love, and I feel like we take for granted like their health and that stuff regarding that as well. And I just wanted to kind of talk about that for a second because I like that shit blew my mind, yo.
Well, here's the thing.
Like the creator of Hunter x Hunter, bro. The man was sick for a long time.
And that's why we still don't have Hunter x Hunter, but we ain't gonna go there.
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter's done. It's over.
Well, I'm gonna end up just picking up and reading it, but that's part of.
Even then, like, bro, I don't think we ever get the conclusion for Hunter x Hunter.
But that's my like. I'll say this to your point. I think that the conversation isn't just around how they handle their health because obviously they don't do a good job of it, but how do you manage that when demand is so high for the things that you're supplying?
Yeah,
that's really where we get to this because
especially when you're the sole creator, like you are the idea, like you are the idea.
Exactly. Like here, for the most part, like, yeah, we get people like, Quinta Brunson is somebody that comes to mind because she created Abbott Elementary, but like they got writers too. Like she ain't the only one in there cracking jokes about Abbott. Like I feel like, and that's not a knock on her because it's still her idea. It's something that she created. Same way with Oda, like it's something that they created. But I think, excuse me, I think that here it's more of a, because of how popular anime has become in the West, that there is a heightened sense of I gotta get this done, I gotta get this out, I gotta make sure this gets out.
Strictly the West though? You think like
I don't think that helps it.
I don't think it helps it. Yeah, for sure. I agree with that. I don't think it helps it.
I think it plays a role into it because you got to think about it this way: who else is providing? And this might admittedly sound a little bit, elitist in that way, but who else is like from a monetary standpoint? Where does the money come from? How does the money get poured into the entire pool of like anime? And for this case, One Piece. Think about all the merch. Think about all the copies of manga that people buy and sell and all of that. Think about how much exchanging of funds happens just around Oda's work. Something that he literally just came up with. Bro, you can't sit here and be like, all right, let me go take a cool like 3-day weekend or something like that, or a week-long break. Like, nah, bro, not at the pace that they are at. They've already preset this pace. I do feel like part of this is he's grandfathered in from like, now we're in a pace where we talk about Dr. Stone a lot. How Dr. Stone came, then we wait 4 years, then Dr. Stone comes back. Or like how certain series will come out, we'll wait for a little while, and then they'll come back. Like even like the Top Flight ones, even the My Heroes, even like the Chainsaw Mans, even like all the even want to talk Spy Family, we want to talk a lot of the bigger anime that are more mainstream. Even those take like at least like 6 months or something, or at least take like a couple of weeks off before they come back.
Yeah,
I think that Oda and some of the older, I mean, Oda's the only one that's still going.
You say grandfathered in, but like, what exactly does that entail? What does that mean? Like
the pace in which One Piece goes at. Like One Piece just churns out episodes every week. They churn out episodes every week. They churn out, to my knowledge, churn out manga issues almost weekly or bi-weekly. Yeah. And so because that was what they started on, and because it's been wildly popular, they weren't able to change with the new guard, quote unquote. You're
saying like you kind of gotta stick with what you've always been providing.
You otherwise, made the bed, like, you got to lay in it.
You got to lay in it, but like, oof. And the reason why I bring this all up too is like not even just because like I've read that thing. It's like Oda sleeps like 4 hours, 4 hours a fucking night. But like, bro, when I didn't get One Piece for 2 weeks, bro, I was tight.
So you the problem. You the problem. Hey, you. It's okay. It's just you. It's just you being a problem.
I'm okay with admitting that. Like that is not the correct way to think about it, and is not the correct way to look at this. Like people's lives, like these people still have a life. They still have a life. You know what I mean? And it was just crazy. It was just nuts.
But to your point, that's something that is an interesting thing to think about because So, for example, when we think of, athletes or we think of politicians or we think of music artists, we think about like we have high demand. So like you and I both are big fans of J. Cole. When J. Cole come out with an album, we acting like we run into the Oasis and he just dropped water. We ain't had water from him for years. And like that. Yes, it drives the fandom, but it also can be mightily frustrating. But we expect that already. When you have an expectation, to your point, and you have an expectation of, I need these episodes on time. I need this manga on time. And you go and try and tell me you try and take a nap? Yeah. Oh, no. I got to see what the story is. So from a consumer standpoint, that absolutely is going to be pressure. From a creator standpoint, if you have pride in your work, and Oda obviously does and loves what he does and loves,
I think he does, and I think that's why he also churns it out in that way. Not even on a grandfather sense. I think it's just like, bro, I created this, and like this is who I am, and like I'm not stopping until this shit is done.
Yeah, but I mean, to your point, it screws with his health though. That's where we get into that not a great issue, because then you start messing with people's health. Then we get a situation like, RIP to the creator of Berserk. Now y'all got something and I know y'all love Berserk, and now you look up and now we can never get a true ending of Berserk in the eyes of the creator because he is no longer here, bro. Like that's tough. It's really tough for not just a fandom, but just for the overall medium of
this creation of anime, manga, like all of this, like these great things that we have that we enjoy. It does.
So where do we go? Do we try and I was gonna say, so
I don't think it's a matter of like where do we go? I think it's just a matter of just trying to be more like understanding and appreciative of like what we have in front of us. You know what I mean? Because like I said, like I didn't get One Piece for 2 weeks and I was tight about it, and then I was like, is that the right way for me to think about this? Like, you know what I mean? This man is given his whole entire life to this project.
And in a sense, his whole entire life to us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's given his whole entire life to us so we can have this. So like,
yeah. I mean, I think we get caught up, and again, this is where I come into like the West and like how like the country we live in kind of sets up, is that we're so used to this like hustle and bustle, supply and demand. Yo, we gotta demand. We gotta demand. Y'all gotta supply. So no matter what happens, we gotta make sure that like I want this. I want it. JG Wentworth. They said cash now. Like that's like where we're at. Like it's one of those things where you're constantly and because our attention spans are so low now that if you're not giving me my One Piece for 2-3 weeks, I'm moving on to something else, and then you run that risk. So that's another risk. That's what I'm saying. Like it unfortunately feels like Oda and some creators as a whole are really kind of in a no-win situation because you have to keep feeding the beast that is
you do. And that's
this
why I
entity.
think maybe, it's kind of nice to see these the newer generation animes taking these breaks and just like kind of just like just taking their breaks and doing whatever it is that they got to do to make sure that they get their time too. You know what I mean? Like these are people.
Yo,
These
facts.
are fucking
We forget
people,
that.
bro.
We forget that. We do forget that.
We forget it. 100%. We forget that shit.
Like, mommy, why is daddy still at work? Because we need this money.
We need this money.
You like your little Barbie dream house? That's why we keep it. That's why he's still at work. Yo, that Barbie movie.
You wanted Barbies.
You see that? This is why. You see that? This is why. Oh my god, his hand don't even work no more. It's because y'all. Like we crack jokes about it, but at the same time, we are at least here at the Cal Seals. We can acknowledge the fact that it is important to think about. I mean, it's not even just a mental health conversation. It can be, but it's just the overall health of a person. Because, like, when you do anything 100% all the time, your body cannot maintain that. No, it doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter what you're doing. So, but yo, I appreciate you, AU. That's look at you. I like that.
It just hit me in that moment. Like when I read that, I was like, damn, yo. 2 weeks off, and then like I finally got my episode, and I was still like, I don't know how I feel about this episode too much, but like, and then I was like, this nigga sleep 4 hours a night, and I was like, oh shit, I'm a piece of shit, like damn, I'm the piece of shit, like you know what I mean?
Yo, honestly, it's really interesting to look at that because I think creators do have to have that understanding that not everyone's gonna like their work, but they do it for the love of their work. But yeah, from our standpoint,
Oda definitely does it for the love of his work.
Oh, there ain't no other reason why. Because ain't no other reason why he couldn't have finished this story a long time ago unless he loved doing this. It's just no other reason. He could have finished One Piece a long time ago. But he keeps giving us like these little nuggets, these little goodie bags, these little things that knows that we gonna keep coming back. And so because of that, that is what drives him. On top of the love that he already has, it's the love that he has for the fandom and for the people that truly are like, yo, I was like 10 when I first saw Luffy bust out of that barrel. Now, my kid, I don't have kids, I'm just saying hypothetically, my kid is going to be 10 when Luffy gets to that island, becomes the king of the pirates. Like, that's somebody's life,
that is
bro.
it. So for some people, like, for some people, like, they had kids and their kid is watching One Piece now.
That's like, can you imagine?
That's just a wild thing to even think about.
Oh my God. Like I said, my future kids, bro, if I ever walk into the room and I hear somebody powering up in the next room and this doggone Dragon Ball Z, I ain't gonna lie, they getting ice cream. We going out to pizza for dinner. They getting a puppy. Like it's just about to be lit. It's about to be
they're getting a puppy, everything.
We gonna name him Pochita. That's exactly what it's gonna be. We gonna get a puppy and we gonna name Pochita. Yo. But yo, AU man, I know we reaching time, so we're gonna get ready to slide on up out of here. But before we do, you already know what it is. We got to give them the hot take, and this is a hot take that I know we talked a little bit about last week. That was gonna be like a real interesting one. We kind of teased this one a little bit last week, but it's a hot take Tuesday. It was late. Part of this came out of the fact that it was we both had a very long day, brother. Part of it also was from the fact that it was, if I remember correctly, the first day that the clocks had gone forward, the first Hot Take Tuesday since the clocks are going forward. So we had an opportunity to really like hone in on the fact that, it's getting darker a little bit later. So we did a late night vampire edition of Hot Take Tuesday. Which vampire did you like the best? We had Dracula from Castlevania on the Netflix series. We had that boy Dio Brando from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and then of course the killer vampire of the Hellsing organization. What's it called? Alucard. So let me ask you something there, brother AU. Who did you vote for?
All right. So I have my shit lined up for this one. I didn't vote on Twitter, like, the quote it and then like do my take on it because I wanted to do it here. I did pick Dracula.
Okay.
And like, I picked Dracula for a few reasons. Okay, love Alucard, that's my boy, and I love Dio, obviously. But I feel like vampire wise, just vampire. Like, this is Dracula. Like, I feel like that's one of the biggest things is like, nigga, this is Dracula. And we're talking about the Dracula from Castlevania. Bro, he was a animal, a monster. Like a literal fucking monster.
Yeah, until they killed his wife. Well, no, after they killed his wife, it was actually when he turned into a monster. Before they killed his wife, he was still
Bro, he summoned hordes of fucking legions of demons to wipe out the world, and no one was going to stop him.
Yeah.
So I want to make this very clear. They lost. They didn't beat Dracula.
You think they lost? I think they beat Dracula.
I just rewatched it. They lost.
You think they lost? Is it because Dracula stopped eating?
No. Because Dracula was literally like, he fucking punched this nigga into his old room and was like, oh my God, I'm killing my son.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
He said, I am killing my son. I must already be dead. He said, the greatest gift you ever gave to me, and I'm killing it.
Yeah, no, good point.
And then he let him kill him. Dracula was going to kill fucking all of them. They lost. He was beating the shit out of Alucard. Bro, I was watching that fight. Yeah, Alucard got the better swordsmanship. You know what I mean? Like, he was fast. But he was hitting Dracula, and it did not hurt. I just heard him scream every time he got hit, and he just hit him with the most ferocious fucking punch, nigga. And he was just, oh God, nigga. Oh God, this is Dracula. Like, nah, bro, they lost. They were not going to beat him. He was going to destroy the world, and no one was going to stop him.
Yo, Dracula don't suck. Dracula scratch and live. That's what Dracula do.
Bro, he was going to destroy the world, and no one was going to stop him.
Well, I will say this, AU, that you were not alone on Twitter. Dracula took the vote. On Instagram, Dracula came in second, but on Twitter, he took the final vote, 38.5%. So it was close. It was close. Dio and Alucard were both tied for second at 30.8. Thank you, everybody that voted on Twitter. And then on Instagram, Alucard actually won on Instagram. Yeah, Alucard won on Instagram with 50% of the vote, 42% of the vote going to Dracula, and only 8% going on to that boy Dio Brando, which actually is surprising because I voted for Dio because I love me some Dio Brando. I can't lie.
I love Dio. I love Dio. Like,
ain't no bigger hater in the game than Dio Brando
in the fucking game, bro. And the thing is, like, it's crazy because I gotta sit here and like, I love a hater. Like, I love.
Yeah, and he hate.
He's a hateful ass motherfucker, bro. I love it.
And that's the quote that shows you good writing because this man is such a hater, and we all love Dio, bro.
Love it.
Every time he do something new, be like, "That's a hating ass."
Killed that nigga dog because he didn't like it. Like, bro, you a fucking demon, son.
Nah, bro, love me some Dio Brando. Can't even lie. But yo, shout out to everybody that went ahead and dropped us. So voted for that because it was really, really dope. I got one right here. Gyoza Kang with an A, Kang. Gyoza at Gyoza Fairy like at Gyoza Fairy 0508 said Alucard was a straight up demon. Fuck being called a vampire. Dracula is what I think of when I think of a vampire. Dio is just in his own little world, pun intended. So that's actually pretty good, Gyoza Kang. I appreciate you. Nah, but we had a couple good ones. I'll do one more. At Sly_Walker, the Sly AK, the People's Champ. He dropped one in there as well. I'm gonna say Dio for the memes, but if we talking TFS Alucard, it's him hands down. So Pretty good. As always, appreciate y'all for voting and for commenting. We drop these hot takes every single Tuesday, and then we recap them the following week. We just dropped a hot take earlier this week, so you already know. Hey, we about to get up out of here. We've had another good episode. Wanted to just get your take before we slide on up on out of here. If you got anything left for the people.
Nothing, per usual. It's always room on the couch. Pull up.
Always room on the couch, pull up. Always room on the couch, pull up. Speaking of pulling up, one last thing I got to drop. One last little church announcement I got to drop here. We are going to be on Blurred Over. We're going to be on Instagram and Instagram Live this Friday. So when this episode drops. So if you are listening to this episode either on your way to work, coming out of work, whatever, just chilling in the crib, dancing and doing all your thing, it don't matter. You listen to this episode and then come holler at us over at Blurred Over on Instagram. We're gonna be there on Instagram Live talking couch still a year. Looking forward to it. So it's gonna be really, really dope. So check that out. But with that, my good brother AU and all our great listeners out there, it is time for the Couch Steelers to slide on up out of here. Appreciate y'all rocking with us. Make sure that you follow us on all our socials, on YouTube, on Twitter, on TikTok. Hit us up on Twitter as always. Follow us on YouTube, like I said before, because we are at 99 subscribers, bro. 99. We've been sitting at 99 for a minute, and I'm trying to get to that 100. I know you trying to get to that 100. It's just been bothering me. Like, low key has been bothering me. Like, let's get them followers up on YouTube. We got hella videos, hella funny skits, everything that's dropping on there. So shout out to the VLG studio as always, and we will be back again next week. Everybody out there, stay safe, enjoy yourselves, and we will talk to y'all then.
Peace.